So here I have a Nikon V2, one system camera, Nikon 1, and the 70-300mm lens, which has got the classic issue, which is that it works fine up to exactly 200mm, and as soon as you zoom it past 200mm, you hear a clunk, and the camera says lens error, blah blah blah. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to fix this. The issue is a flex cable, which hopefully it usually is. So I've ordered one of these from China on AliExpress. Only cost me £3 for these two, or £6 including postage and packing. But unfortunately, there's one thing that I have noticed. This part here, if we can get something to point with, this part here, there should be a surface mounted component. And a couple of the other adverts on AliExpress that were like 12 quid for one, actually in the image it looks like they have this surface mounted component, so I'm going to have to try and solder the surface mounted component off the existing flex cable and put it onto this one, which might be a bit of a challenge. But let's start. So the first challenge is actually getting these screws out. These screws weren't originally black. They were fixed in place with some sort of gunk, and I didn't know that at the time, obviously. But I screwed up the heads trying to get them out, and eventually had to drill them out. If I was going to do it again, I would try and seriously heat them up before taking them out, maybe with a soldering iron, and actually get some solder on there to get the heat transfer going. As it was, I didn't do that, and it took me 2 days to get the screws out. The screws themselves, they're here. They actually had some, I don't know if you can see this, they actually had some white gunk on the end of them. I put acetone and alcohol on them and stuff, but it didn't really seem to help. So I'm wondering whether we can get away with not taking the contacts off the bayonet. But I think we probably will have to. I just wonder if I can remove this without. So there's the flex cable for the bayonet contacts. I'm going to have to remove that. So it's removing these three. By the way, if you do need to replace these, the screws holding the bayonet on, they are M2 by 8mm. So there's several layers on here. They've all got this notch in them. Here. Just see if these are all the same or whether they're different. So the top two are very flexible, very thin, very flexible. And then the bottom one's thicker. Say top two. So how many layers are there? Quite a few. And do all look the same. Like I say, the top one is there's two. Well, there's a whole series of them. In fact, is it sandwich? So it's thin, thick, thin, thick. Try and with thin, so thin on top, thick, thin, thick. Don't know what that's about. So now it's gonna on DPReview on the forums. There's actually somebody's already done this in pictures. I'm going to try and follow along that. I have a feeling this one just gently pulls out. Doesn't feel like it's coming. I remember watching an episode of that thing about the Mountie who goes to America, and he could supposedly work out someone's password by listening to their keyboard strokes. So this is DPReview. Changing flex cable instruction. Remember the, yeah, so there's two small washers here. I mean contacts are attached to something. So what does this say? Just pull it out. It'll just be pulled out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And if you can see the state of this lens, the inside's pretty bad as well. I'm hoping that I might be able to clean that. Anyway, so next step. Looks like it's jumped ahead slightly. Remove adhesive tape. Remove connector down to remove. So it looks like it's these 3 screws here to remove next. I need a pair of tweezers. Yes, it looks, So once you've undone all these screws, you can just slide this part off. Like that. Okay. And this is the tape that was underneath. Oh, I see. There's the one down around the back as well. Remove adhesive tape and move connector down to remove. What are we removing now? Okay, I'm going to remove this adhesive tape. Instructed. Don't quite know what I'm looking at here. I need to remove that bit of tape as well. Oh yeah, so we're going to be removing this barrel, aren't we? I guess this is a connecting, making an electrical connection to, I would say earth, but obviously it's not earth. Move it down to remove. Yeah. So rather than moving it down, move it that direction. Okay, so all my batteries are dying. I'm just going to try and do this, see how far I can get. One thing to know, I've just taken off those 2 screws that are on here. There was these copper washers on each of those. which I missed. So be careful of those. One fell off onto my mat and one was still on there. So we've taken off that side. So now we're going to take off this side's tape and take off the limiter switch. Assume it's just this one here. And we'll look at the pictures again. Tweezers. So that slides up there. And tips out. And then you can take the barrel off. Turn left outer ring, remember the position where it came out. So if you hold this part, hold this part, and then barrel slides off. So the window between 70 and 100 goes over the limit switch, and it twists slightly as it comes off. Slightly like something I don't quite want to let go. There we go. Okay. So, no, that must be the encoding for the position of the zoom. So we still can't see. This is the cable that we want to replace. This is a bit greasy now. Next picture. Remove all the flex cables. The two big ones, lift the black lever. And I think we then lift off the PCB. I would like a flathead screwdriver or something to do this with. Some sort of pokey tool that's a bit bigger than those tiny screwdrivers I've got to hand. Though actually, maybe they are the right tool for the job. We haven't got enough light here. There we are. Let's lift these black. There we go. Pull out. really do with magnifying glasses at this point, I think. Maybe I could do with get some reading glasses. I'm not looking forward to putting these back in. Right, it's the next day. I don't know if you can tell the lighting's different. I've charged all my devices. It was getting pretty late anyway. I always end up doing these things really late at night. So next step I think is to remove this PCB, which only seems to have one screw, 2 screws. Pretty tight. What's next? So apparently at this stage, you can see the offending article. So it's that fold in that black cable there, apparently. Okay. Remove the metal pods which hold the PCs and pull them out. What does that mean? So I think we have to take off these screws here, I guess. Yeah. Those two look the same. Future me here, don't peel these off now, and you don't want to peel off the one that you're not replacing. You only want to peel off the one that you are replacing, and you don't need to take them off now at all. Oh, it doesn't look, it looks like I didn't have to remove, oh, looks like I didn't have to remove those metal bits from here. Remove the slider bolt. I'm doing this all this with a 00 JIS screwdriver, by the way. Remove the 3 screws under the focus ring. Now, the person doing whose instructions I'm following on DPReview, I think they messed up the cable when they did this. I think this one here. Do I need a smaller screwdriver for this one? Oh. I really don't want to damage another screw head at this point. Okay, I was quite nervous about that. Folded the lower FPC to the upside. Right, so it looks like this entire piece comes down. You need to peel these off. Where am I? Tweak this. This one, let's see. I thought this was one single cable. This one here. I thought this was one single cable, but there's a connector here. So I guess we pull this out of the connector. And then peel this off. I guess this is how they damaged this bit here. Because this is going to apparently come off with the okay. So if I pull the focus ring, these are coming with it. And I kind of assumed that this bit should come off as well. I see it doesn't. Okay, so we need to peel this back. Okay. Right, so that now I believe needs to come underneath. I think it's stuck itself back down. Right. Okay, so all of these cables need to come underneath this bit here, I think. It keeps sticking itself back down. I'm going to need to make sure I take that tape off. So I guess I'll take this tape off as well. Maybe I need to extend this. What I don't understand is that in the photograph, this hole looks bigger. Don't understand how that is supposed to fit through this hole. Oh, I think the person in the photographs has folded this over. Has that already got a fold in it? Doesn't look like it, does it? This doesn't seem like the right way to do it. How on earth am I going to get that back through there? What they've done, folded this over like that. Fed it through this hole. Future me back again. Note that I've folded the cable underneath rather than over the top. Folding it underneath makes it much easier to get it back through the hole when you're reassembling the lens. There we go. I think my cables might have been sticking a bit again. Okay. However, I'm still not able to remove take these out of here so they don't rip. Right, so we need to twist. Right, there we are. So the limit switch doesn't actually have to come off. Right, 3 cables, 2 of them have the black lever to be lifted. So this isn't in focus. But okay. There we go. Loosen those 3 cables. Now the rear lens and aperture can be removed. Do I need to actually remove the rear lens, or can I take this whole thing off in one go? I'll try. So I have a box with lots of compartments that I'm putting these screws into in order, and I'm slightly running out of spaces. Okay, right. So, didn't need to remove the metal bit from this. I don't see the aperture. In fact, I don't see what I expected to see at all. I think, okay, so that's the rear lens then. Hopefully I can clean that a bit. And then this must be the aperture. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I don't think I could take those off at the same time because the rear lens was attached to the barrel, and this aperture bit is also attached to the barrel. Where did that go? Ah, went into the lens. Okay. Okay, so that's the aperture housing. So there's the motor. I know some of these Nikon 1 lenses, you have to replace the gear on the motor. Okay, so I think this is what we need to replace. So I think we potentially can stop here, which is a bit of a relief, but obviously without going any further, I'm not going to be able to clean any of the dust off the inside of the front element. I think I've shown you before. It's really dusty inside the front element. Right. So can I pull that out? So can I? How do I get the cable? There we go. Hopefully you saw that. So this is that surface mounted component, which I'm going to have to try and solder off, which is going to be another joy. There's another black cleaver thing here. Here we are. Pull this cable out. Okay. So, yeah, I think you can probably see where this is broken. You can see there's this quite. I mean, I assumed that it was going to be in this fold here, but actually, what I think's happened is that where's those metal bits that I didn't want to take off? So this one, I think what you can see has happened is that the bend. It's actually the bend that's around this bit that's caused the issue. So I don't know whether I can. I think I've just got to put it back in exactly as close as possible to how it was. Right, let's see if I can get this tiny, oh my goodness me. I've never really get them focused down here. Okay. So, there's my soldering iron. Okay, I have no idea when that stopped recording. I don't know how much of my waffling you got, but I assume that this is a resistor, so it doesn't matter which way around it goes, but who knows what it is. So I'm going to try and put it in the same way round. I also don't have any flux, which is not brilliant. So yeah, this replacement's even got the sticker on it. So I've got this massive. I'm going to try and do. I really need a magnifying glass. What I'm going to try and do is put a bit of solder on there first, which, yeah, okay, is that on there? Oh, bloody hell, I can't see anything. Okay, so I've got a tiny bit of solder on there. Bloody hell, this is impossible. Right, what I'm trying to do, try and remove this from here. And I'm going to try, hopefully this actually sticks down. It's got a sticky bit on it. So what I'm going to try and do is grab the component with these tweezers and attempt just kind of guessing where it is. I can't barely see it. So yeah, if you're going to do this, I recommend getting one of these cables with the component already on it. I mean, if I fail at this, I'm going to have to just order another cable that's hopefully got the component on it. Oh, is it gone? Okay, well, my hopes of having it around the same way is now 50-50. Oh my goodness me. Okay, this mat's not meant for soldering, is it? Oh yeah, I really can't see this. Okay, do you know what? It's actually easier if I look at the monitor. Except it's in reverse, so I can't tell which way I'm going. Okay. I mean, that looks... What I really want to do is get it in the right place and then push it down, hold it down. Yeah, it's not quite right. Nope, it's worse. No. I pushed it away because the monitor's in reverse. Why is the monitor? Oh, it's like because it's upside down. I've got the camera upside down. I wonder if I could get the monitor to rotate. Which way am I going then? Going. Oh, God's sake. Focus. Okay, that's worse. This, I just can't believe how small this is. Right. Okay. See if we can hold that down. Oh my God. Okay. Just put myself now. Great. See if I can just. I think I need to put a bit more solder on. Oh, hang on. Maybe these are robust. I'm going to put a tiny bit more solder on here. Because this is why they use child labour. Adults can't see the. No, you're joking. Actually. Okay, well, while it's stuck to the mat. Hey, how did that look? I mean, I can't see anything, so who knows? Bloody hell, there's absolutely no way I can tell whether that's actually soldered or not. I really do have to find a magnifying glass, don't I? Oh my God. Right, how close does this lens focus? It's so bad. Got some of the mats stuck to the back. I mean, I say it looks awful. I can't actually see how bad it looks. Is that even? Oh, maybe I can use my phone. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of the phone. It looks even worse under the... Okay, I mean, it does look like it's on the contacts. I thought you could see this. It does look like it's on the contacts. I mean, it looks horrible, but it looks like it's on the contacts. I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Jesus Christ. I mean, to my eyes, it's okay. It's not coming off, and okay. I think I'm going to say that's going to do, and if it doesn't work, I'll have to order another cable that's been put on by a machine or some professionals. And I think I'm going to have a break now and make a cup of tea. Okay, so I've got my multimeter here, and this I guess this is a resistor, so it's about 11.3K or something. So it looks like it goes on the last two tracks. So oh my goodness me. So these two go down. Oh my god, I still can't see this. I need to focus on this properly. Right. So let's say there. And then there, nothing. Nothing. Who knows? Oh, that's so ugly. Definitely looks like the last two, and the two tracks on my right. And these ones aren't connected, are they, to anything? Let's say is that the last one? I'm not even getting anything if I put it on the same track. Oh, hang on, there we go. Oh, there we go. It says 11. Hey, you're gonna just have to trust me on this because I can't, I can't move this into shot. Okay, let's just try that, just so you can see. No, hang on. Okay, okay. Am I going to be able to do this again? Can you see it? No, you still can't see that. Oh god, this is a nightmare. How does Big Clive do it? How does Big Clive, come and help me. No, go on, you can. Did you see that? I think I'm on the wrong. I think I'm on the wrong. Oh, okay. Do you know what? I can't be bothered. Okay, there's my work beeping. Okay, right. I'm going to take another break because I think I need to do some work. Anyway, it looks like that. It looks like that did actually work. That soldering, which is incredible. Right. I now need to reassemble this, don't I? So this goes like, actually, should I bend this cable before putting it back in? I think that might be a good idea. Thinking I should bend it in exactly the same place. Get it the right way around. Looks about right. Okay. So, I wonder if I should clean these contacts. They look a bit dirty. They do look rather. I won't have to reopen this all again, do I? Yeah, so put it in the right way around. That's the first trick. And it's got to be that way around so that it fits in with there. So that slips. Oh, I just touched the lens. So I think I should give that a clean. Okay. We should have done that anyway. So let's try this again. Okay, this is really difficult to do without touching the lens. So I'm going to clean the lens after I've got this in. Don't know how how far I need to get this in. Okay, it's easy just to push down with your finger. And then we need to put this back underneath that. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to clean it. Looks okay to me. Right, so as I could watch my own video in reverse. So I can't actually remember what I did. What's next? So the aperture housing. No, the what did I do? It's this bit, isn't it? Maybe I shouldn't have taken a break. I've forgotten everything I did. Go through the photos backwards. Right, so yes, the aperture housing. And that flat bit goes against the cable that we've just put in, like that. Oh, and there's some lugs there. Okay, that's good. Right, so going backwards through my screws. Now this is going to be fun. So this screw here, which you can't see yet, I'm going to put here, and everything's black, so it's very difficult to see. I think the sun's come out as well, which means that somehow finding it harder to see. Oh, you can't see that at all, it's off screen. There we are. And then the other side. Oh, brilliant. Where did that go? Of course, I think my hand's causing a shadow, and It's not focusing either. So you know, it's all great. Right, 2 screws in the aperture housing. Don't know how tight to do them up, not too tight. Then the lens, which I'm going to give a bit of a clean. Oh, there's a really nasty big bit of, where did I put that lens cloth? Where did I put that lens cloth? Oh, it's on a nice and clean floor. Right, so looking at it from the other side, you can see, actually you can't see. No, you can't see at all, but there's a big bit of dust, which from this side doesn't look that bad, but from the other side it's like this giant black bit of rubbish. Yeah, okay. So this goes on, so this goes through here, and then we need to lift these cables up. Okay. Let's put some screws in here, so there's 3 screws in here. And there's 3 screws in my next compartment. So one there, which again I'm blocking the light for. And where's the other one? Around here. Okay. Again, I'm not going to do them up too tight. They feel pretty stiff actually, so I don't think they're going to come undone anytime soon. Okay. So let's try and get these back in. There we go. Okay. So the trick with that seemed to be just to make sure it's level. Get this one in here. These ones with the black lever, it's a bit difficult to know how far to put them in. Just get, and it seems to be easiest to press the lever down with your finger. Okay, is that? Oh, that one isn't quite far. Okay, right. So far so good. Now we need to put this back on. This back on. Right. So these cables have to go through this, back through this tiny hole again. I know it's this tiny hole because got this bit of tape loose, which is where the cable goes under. So put those all through there. Oh, but these can turn around, so we don't know where they go on. Right, I do have to work out where this goes back on. So there's a gap there. Darn it. What I need to do is work out which of these cables should be next to the limit switch. Can I do that? Okay, so in the picture, our cable we've replaced is here. So if we follow the tracks inside down, that means the one that is this one, the one is to the right of the cable we've replaced, which goes here, needs to go in these tracks right over here. So it's this way around. These tracks there. These tracks here. Okay, why doesn't this want to fit on? What's the trick with getting it off? So again, the cable that we've switched needs to come up here. So we follow the tracks that are to the right of that down to here. We match that up to there. doesn't feel like it wants to go on. Okay. So my mistake was, or I mean I haven't done this yet, but if you can see these two plastic ridges, I assumed this ridge was locked in position with these studs, but actually the studs turn independently of those ridges. So what we'll need to do is match the ridge with these indents in the barrel. So actually maybe we just need to put this where it needs to go. So if you can see, there's actually a handy sort of guide on here about where there we go. Right, let's just double check that's where this needs to go. Yeah. So this is our new cable, and this is our existing cable. And we now need to get these. Oh, this is going to be a joy. Oh, maybe I should do this. Oh, actually, if I put this up this end, I might actually be able to get these through before putting this on. double checking which hole these need to go through. So that goes through there, and that one. Now let's see if I can get this on without this coming out of there. Just struggling to get the other cables in around the other side. Okay. Right. Now we have to, I should have thought of this beforehand. So this needs to turn around a bit. So yeah, that's about right. Right, oh, look at this. Okay, this is looking inspect soon. Okay, can I turn that around? No, there we go. Right. Okay. So I need to get these through here. If I sandwich this one in between the other two, hopefully it'll just go through. There we are. Let's try and stick that on there. Apologies, I don't know what I missed there, but my camera was not recording. I don't know if it stopped itself or I stopped it or I just didn't start it. So what I've done is spent quite a long time getting this back together. Yeah, can I say any more than that? I think that's it. Yeah, so you have to align this metal studs with the plastic correctly, with the grooves in here, but at the same time the plastic lugs have to go along here, have to be in the right position. And I recommend putting these cables through the barrel before you start doing that. Not quite through with this yet. Not out of the woods by a long shot with this. Quite sure. There we go. Right. There we go. Okay. I really hope I don't have to take this part again. Right. Let's get these screws in there before I do anything else. Yeah. Right, let's tighten those up, not too tight. And then let's put the, what do we call this? Oh, I've got to do something about this squeaky chair. Okay. Put these cables back. Yeah, so just don't remember where this one. How does that one? So this cable, this one here, get that way around. Must have done, mustn't it? Yeah. So. That is not sticky anymore. I suppose isn't a surprise, or shouldn't be. Then these two cables need to go like that again. So down this end, I think there was this T-shaped tape. Which went like that. Let's see if I've got a photo of it. No, I don't think so. Rewind the video. course, this isn't sticky either anymore. No. I'll go and get some sellotape. Sellotape going to be any good? How many pieces of tape are on here? No one in here? Okay, let's try and put this back in. Maybe I should have done this before I put the tape on. Okay, so that seems to be in. Right. Next. So the metal bits, the metal clips. I really wish I hadn't taken this one off because this isn't going to stick back on, is it? They're both exactly the same. Okay. Yeah, both exactly the same. Okay, that is somewhat back in there and somewhat sticking. Now I should be able to put this back in there. And now do the same with the replaced cable. Oh, yes, no, they are the same. Really hesitant to stick this down for being sure that it's in the right place. what I'll do is just place the PCB back on. Just check they're in a good position. Doesn't look too bad, it looks a little bit long. I'm just going to put these screws in. No, not on the floor. Okay. Definitely recommend these tweezers. They've been extremely handy. Oh. Right. I mean, that looks bad, but I mean, it was bad in the first place, wasn't it? That's why we're here. I mean, it does look bad. As in, it's very tight. I'm not sure there's a lot we can do now, though. Don't want to bend it again. Okay, flat tweezers back in the box. So let's. Oh, hang on. That's the wrong. Oh, that's the. Oh, that's the cable that was already there. That was okay. So I was looking at the wrong cable. That's clever. The wrong cable looks bad still. Okay, so yeah, the new cable also looks tight, but honestly, it doesn't look quite as bad as the existing cable looks like it's off at an angle, whereas the new cable, which you can't probably see, zoom out or zoom in. I want to get autofocus back. Yeah, right. I think I'm just going to say that'll do. Oh, okay. Couldn't take the tape backing off without taking the okay. There we go. So tighten those two up properly. And what is next? PCB back on. Where have I put that? Here we are. PCB matching up with all of the cables. Okay. Screw that on. That one's a bit. Wonder if those. They must be the right screws because they're in the right. Well, these. I think they've got quite a lot of lock stuff on. Right. Next. Let's just check we can get this in here first. Maybe I should have done that first. There we go. Better. Seated correctly. And this one. Okay. It's quite a lot tighter, this one, as you can see. And I wonder if that means I've got a bit too much cable here. I can just push that through actually. Right, and so we've got screws with copper washers. Oh no, they don't go on yet, do they? No, they don't go on yet. But these do. There we go. Okay. Good. So next, I think we put this on. How do we get this on? Oh, that's come off again. I think these are probably quite important because that's going to go round and round. So what sort of tape can I put on there? Yeah. Why's that?
You know, this whole thing yesterday, I spent like afternoon lawyers and stuff. And then I tried to call Jyoti and I left her a message saying, please call me back urgently. And it kept saying she's not in the office. So I called today, this morning, I called her like, admin guy, Joe, who sent me like very polite emails. He's really nice on the phone. He's like, she's on mat leave. She never told me she's going on mat leave. It doesn't say on the phone, it just says she's not here. So what, you wait 9 months to get back in touch with her? And then I told him, you know, what happened, because it was actually, I didn't say it was him, but it was an email from him saying that, yeah, no problem, we can sort that out for you, like 5 weeks ago. And then obviously, what's that?
That's a microphone.
And then on Friday, she's left me an email, replied to my email saying, sorry, we can't do this because I can't see the originals. But that was it, like no kind of recommendation of what else to do. And then he was like, okay, I'll look into it, I'll contact Virgin Money. I was like, I've already done that. And they told me to find a solicitor, which I've been struggling, I haven't found anyone. So okay, leave it with me. And he left me a voicemail saying, yeah, Virgin Money couldn't really help, but I spoke to the solicitors, Taylor Rose, and they say we can do it for you. Oh no, before that, this morning he said, I said to him, I'm going to London, have you got a branch in London? Maybe one of your other colleagues can sign it for me. He's like, yeah, I'll look into that and I'll also come. So now he's saying, yes, they can do it. Can you upload the documents? Which I uploaded 5 weeks ago and I deleted them on Friday because I don't want them to have a copy of my passport. They can't do anything with it. So they could have done it all along and saved me like so much hassle. So now I was fuming, and he was just like, yeah, I'm going to text my manager. I was really polite to him. I didn't. He's like, yeah, this isn't on. I'm really sorry. Like something went wrong. So I'm going to sort that out. But I think I might ask them to pay, because the solicitors, even though it was supposed to be free solicitors, they're going to charge like a £35 transition fee or something. I'm going to ask them to pay it because I think that's the least. Yeah. Because they have actually misled me and wasted my time.
Yeah.
I literally have spent 2 days stressing and trying to sort this out.
Yeah. Well, your dad rang me, by the way.
Oh, did he?
I didn't answer, but yeah. I don't know, but maybe he can't get through to you.
Well, usually they don't know that I'm on leave.
Oh, they don't? All right. Okay. So I've got some tape. match up the size that they cut. Right, next piece of tape. And one more up here. Okay, and what I'm going to do with this. Get a piece of tape over that. Can't believe this is going to stick to this though. No. Don't know if I could stick that down. Do you think that's going to be less of a... Hang on, should that be on the outside? I'm only wondering if that should touch this. Wondering if that should touch the outside of that. Well, okay, so matching up the lug with that again. Right, okay. Fairly okay with that. And then this bit, we've got nothing catching, no. That and this. Okay. Okay. One of these. So I'm going to put one without the washer on first. Okay. So locked. I have to say, doesn't feel nearly as smooth as it used to. It's also not locking. I wonder if it's the tape. Take this off and have a look. It's not the tape. Where's the lock mechanism? So when I've taken this off, it still seems fairly smooth. I wonder if it's this that's just causing it a bit of friction. I'll stick that down with a tiny bit of glue. Actually, that doesn't explain why the locking mechanism is not working anymore. Oh, unless that's the bit that I haven't put on yet. Okay, hang on. It might actually just be the bit that I haven't put on yet. Let's put this back on. Where's the thingamy? Let's put this back on. Get that out of the way. Screw on. Oh, hang on. I have forgotten a bit, haven't I? I have forgotten a bit because, oh no, hang on. No, do that later. Thought I'd forgotten to put the bit on the side, but it comes later, doesn't it? No, it doesn't come later. No, this hides it, right. Okay, hang on. So this bit here, right, maybe that's why could that be why the locking mechanism is not working? And I've forgotten this contact thing, right. So this might be the locking mechanism. It needs to go like that, doesn't it? Yeah. And that's this tiny screw, which I'm not going to drop. Okay, and this encoder thing, it's got another bit of tape on it, which presumably will not stick again. There we go. Put that in the middle. I don't know, is that sticking? So I put another bit of tape on it. Oh, kind of looks alright actually. Although if it did come off, that would be a bit of a disaster, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm going to put a tiny bit more tape on there. I wonder if that's in the right place, because it almost looks like there's enough play in there for it to go in the wrong place. There you can see that. The amount this, it looks like this could move enough up and down to not be in the right place. Have we got a picture of that? It says move connector down to remove, so they go up. don't know if you can see what I mean, but there's enough play in that it looks like it could be going the wrong place. That one's caught. I mean, I don't think move it up and down to take it off. Although that would make some more sense. I'm just going to put that in the middle, I think. To me, it looks like it should be there. I'm going to take this tape off because this on. Oh, hang on. No. All that marking I've revealed. And then we put a bit of tape over this. And it's the same length. The same length. Okay. So put a little bit of tape over there as well. Right. Okay. Lock is working. Still feels a little bit rough. Do I want to put a bit of tape over that? Maybe. Okay. Let's try this again. Future self here again. Don't over tighten these screws or the zoom ring will be really stiff. Okay. Oh, it's pretty stiff. Is it worse since I added that tape? maybe. Okay, I'm going to take that tape off. Although it's hard to believe that tiny bit of tape will have had much of an impact. Okay, I'm going to do it without the tape. This one again. How many times is that? And I'm not going to take this apart again, am I? Oh, it's really stiff. Okay. So the thing is, I'm kind of thinking I'm only ever going to be using this at the full extension anyway. Maybe it'll get looser as I use it. Uh-oh. Right. There we go. And this one, these washers must have been underneath because I didn't notice them when I first took it off. Screws off, and they actually stuck in place for a little while. No, 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 no. There we go. Right. Do we think that's how it went? Okay. Now we've got this weird sandwich. Weird sandwich with the notches in. Where's the notch? Don't see a notch, but I do see two. Yeah, that goes on there. That goes on there. That goes on there. Okay. And then, oh, hang on. Missed a piece, haven't I? Did I get this? I gotta get this I'll take these off. Which way around will it be? This way. Maybe that way around? I think it must be that way around. I should check. So this is at the tripod mount. So yes. Okay. Good. Right. Back with the sandwich. And this one is just offset from the tripod mount, so like this. Kind of surprised though. Tripod mount. Like this. No, except got these in the wrong place. No. Yes. Like that. Okay. Let's get these kind of temporary screws. Okay, let's screw those in properly. And then tiny screw. Whether or not this works, I'm going for lunch after this. Okay, why won't that go in? Oh, shit. Okay. What would be hilarious if we had exactly the same error when I turn the camera on? Okay. Here's quite stiff. Moment of truth. Out the camera. So when we extend the lens, the camera should switch on. Yeah. Lens appears to be working. Oh, it looks. Oh, it's because I got that light. I was going to say. The contrast looks really bad, but I realise I've got this massive light pointing at it. So, moment of truth. 200 millimeters. 300 millimeters. No, it doesn't seem to be auto-focusing. Oh, there we go. Oh, you're joking. Oh. So, it looks like it's not got the same error, but something bad is still happening. So, before 200 millimeters, everything works. But autofocus is, we've got VR, and then, okay, I'm past 200 millimeters now, and it's autofocusing. Yeah. So past about 220, it's now not autofocusing. So I guess I need to replace the other cable as well. Hooray. Oh well. I guess it'll be easier the second time.